So someone's asking about branched chain amino acids. What I do want to add is that when you look at the pure therapeutic exogenous ketones, the 3.0 has 4 ketone friendly amino acids, and all the max have 2 ketone friendly amino acids. The tea also has theanine, which is a very important amino acid for your brain. That's the Keto Calm tea you can find in the store, which isn't only for bedtime. That's a great question. This is actually anytime. If you know that you're more of an anxious person, maybe you have a presentation or not a good test taker, or you know that you struggle with a little bit of anxiety, we know that this has got some amazing herbs and some amazing blend of things. Like it does have the 5-HTP, which is a precursor to serotonin. It has rooibos tea. It has theanine, which is an amazing amino acid for your brain. This can be used any time of the day. So maybe you can use a half a serving midday before you really want to be very focused, in addition to your ketones. So this isn't just for bedtime. It can be for daytime as well. Yes, I will touch on this sodium level. Absolutely. So Prove It has evolved and continues to lead with the very best products out there. So if you're brand new to Prove It, I just want to say a welcome, welcome, welcome again. And this conversation is new and there's some words you might not be used. No, you can go back and replay this to help you better understand that. But the 3.0 or the orange swirl does have the highest amount of sodium in it. It is one of our original formulas that we formulated back in 2015. It does have a higher sodium volume in there because ketones themselves are very acidic. And we know we need to balance them out with something alkaline like sodium. We also know they're amazing at pulling water and toxins out of fat cells. So when we lose those toxins, we also lose essential things like sodium. So we want to put the proper amount of sodium back in to replace what is normally lost through the normal diuretic process. The orange has the most amount of sodium because it has the additional MCTs in it, which is a medium chain triglyceride, which can also facilitate fat loss. So there's a little bit extra sodium in that one. If you are concerned, then simply use the max versions. The max has less sodium than the 3.0 or the orange swirl, the 2.1. And we start to talk about nat, and nat means a natural. So natural, which means this is the first pure therapeutic exogenous ketones, and the only, I might ask, that is done through a normal fermentation process. When we eat food, food goes through fermentation. That's how it gets broken down in order for our small intestine to absorb it. Now the work has been done for you. This is already in the most usable form, the most bioidentical form that your body can actually facilitate using ketones. So what we do know from the OS to the max, because I saw this question, so we had the OS, which is the orange swirl, and the chocolate swirl, which tastes like a Tootsie Roll, which has 4 ketone-friendly amino acid, also has a little inulin root, which is great for predigestion, great for balancing out the blood sugar, also has like a prebiotic, also has butyric acid, which is a short-chain fatty acid, which is better tolerated than an MCT. Then the max came out. I think we have like 8 amazing flavors now. So all the max are the same. You would choose the lime over the Swiss cacao over the Maui punch, simply based on flavor. They all have the vegan leucine and lysine, which your body can increase protein synthesis and make more ketone bodies, but it is 30% more absorbable than the max. So what we did is when you have to bind, sorry, I'm a very visual learner, when you bind the ketone to a salt for your body to absorb it with the 3.0 or the 2.1, we have a little bit higher sodium. We found how to make the sodium content in mixture a little bit better, more efficient, actually 30% more efficient in the max. So it's called the max because it was a maximum amount of ketone benefit you could get in less than 59 minutes. So that's actually bound to a salt. When we talk about the nat, it doesn't have to be bound to a salt. It is naturally fermented, so your body just takes it right up. I know myself, I can feel it almost as how I feel the amped. The amped version actually has, unleashed version, actually has about 35% more ketones, has more caffeine. We don't have more ketones, but we have an all natural fermented, unbound ketone that your body can just take right up as soon as it can be. Your body doesn't have to break it apart in order to use it. So what we notice, or what I've experienced, what we hear people experiencing, is that they feel that bigger enlightenment of the ketones. I know for me, it's like everything gets brighter. I hear things louder, talk faster, believe it or not, process things quicker. But I definitely feel that rush of ketones to my brain. So if you're brand new and order that nat today, I might say start with a half a serving. I had somebody message me today like, I can do 2 maxes just fine, and now I find that I just do 1 nat because it's just that much more bioavailable. It's just easier taken up by the body. The body knows what to do with it and uses it where it's needed.